Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my spring summer 2025 wardrobe show and tell. I have been trying to make this particular video for quite literally 3 years now. Not an exaggeration. I first came up with this idea back in 2021 when we moved to our new house. Started to plan right away, making the video in the spring of 2022. And then I found out I was pregnant the day after I started filming this video. Of course, after that, I was focused on maternity clothes and having a baby, and then in 2023, I was focused on raising said baby, who was very small at the time. And then again, last year, we had a 1-year-old. Things were just kind of crazy. We had a bunch of spring projects going on. As you guys know, if you watch my channel regularly, we were putting a roof on our house. We had a lot of things happening at once. And so this video has just been pushed back and back and back. But here we are in the year of 2025 and I am finally sitting down to make it. This isn't a typical video for my channel. I don't really think I have any as far as clothing and like clothing hauls goes. Over on our vacation channel, the Millennial Cruiser, I do have a series of hauls for our cruises and Disney trips and stuff, but I don't really do them here. And there is a reason for that because I don't usually have clothes to show in a haul. I am not one to go and buy a bunch of clothes at once just for everyday life. It does tend to be for a vacation. So I don't do a whole lot of these. So I'm excited to sit down and show you guys what I've gotten for this spring and summer. But first I want to kind of take you back and talk through what my style is, my personal style, and how it's evolved over the years to the point that it is now, and why I'm choosing to kind of craft my wardrobe into what it is today. Looking back, I feel like I have evolved a lot over the years as far as my wardrobe goes, and my wardrobe is such a reflection of my environment. It's crazy. So I'm gonna take you back all the way to my college years up until now and just talk about that evolution. And of course, if this isn't something you're super interested in and you want to just skip right to the haul and seeing what I've picked up for this season, I will put timestamps down below. And also, if you don't know me and this is the first time you've seen me, my name is Kaylee. I live in Maine with my husband and our 2-year-old. We have a really old 1850s farmhouse that we've been working on since we moved here in 2021. And I like to show my life here in Maine on YouTube and just kind of all the stuff that we are up to. I like to focus on homemaking. And I've been on YouTube since 2013 on this particular channel. I've been on YouTube before that with friends and stuff. We've had other channels, but this particular channel started in 2013 and has really been a good reflection of my life, I would say, like the evolution of me and how I am here today as a mom and a 31-year-old. So let's get right into it. I want to first start out like with the history of my style back in my college years. College for me, I was heavily influenced by the girls that I was around and lived with, and a lot of them were extremely trendy. Their styles were really of the time. So we're talking back in like 2014, 2015 was really when I started to morph my style to match theirs. We all dressed kind of in that trendy boho style that was going on. There was a lot of tribal print. We also had a lot of crop tops going on. I would say that towards the beginning of college, I dressed more fancy. I wore a lot more dresses and tighter clothes, and then by the end of college I was dressing more for comfort with jeans and sneakers and just not caring as much when I went out about being dressed up. We also had a heavy outdoorsy influence at Plymouth, so I got really into different outerwear and things. So yeah, I would say at that point in my life I was really trendy, which is not a bad thing. It just, when you're a trendy person, you're finding yourself replenishing your wardrobe a lot, and I was definitely doing that. I was buying tons and tons of clothes every single season to kind of fit whatever was in at the moment. Moving into post-grad years, we're gonna say early post-grad, which was like 2016 to 2019 or so. I'm, 23 years old, And I would say that my style at that point was still very trendy. I had a lot of residual clothes from college that I was still wearing. A lot of it was being worn to go out, you know, to the bars, just like with my husband, we were just like go out and stuff. And I would wear my little crop tops. I had rompers, like rompers were really in, strappy sandals, that type of thing. And then I also had another side to my wardrobe at that point, which was corporate, because I worked at my first job at that point, and it was a very corporate environment, so I had to actually go and buy a bunch of dress clothes for work. That was fun. I remember I invested in so many new clothes because I really did not have anything that would fit the environment that I was in. So that was kind of what it was corporate all week long, and then on the weekends I would throw on like my old college clothes, and that's what it would be. Sorry if you just heard my heat pop on. It's very loud, but it's also freezing cold today, so we need the heat to be on. Otherwise I would have shut it off, but we need that heat. Okay, so now we're moving into what I'm calling the pandemic years, which would be from 2020 to 2021. And this was a very drastic change in my wardrobe. So this is when I stopped buying casual clothing, like the casual clothes I would wear out to the bars and stuff, because obviously we were in lockdown, we're in a pandemic. I'm not needing to buy a whole lot of new stuff. So my wardrobe at that point, as far as casual clothing, stayed very stuck in 2019. I also was planning my wedding. I'm trying not to spend a lot of extra money because of that, and so my wardrobe just kind of stayed stagnant. But then towards the end of 2020 was where the biggest shift, I think, in my wardrobe up until maybe now took place. And that was when I became a bridal stylist. And I worked in fashion, essentially. It was a fashion-centered job. So we dressed very trendy, but also business. So we were expected, we had a dress code, and we were expected to be within the dress code, but also be wearing fashion-forward outfits. That was just kind of the environment that I was working in. Everyone was really into fashion, everyone was really into like the trendy stuff, and I ended up with a lot of new clothes because of that, because I was really trying to conform to the style that my coworkers were wearing, and it was really fun, honestly. Like, I am not a super duper girly girl, and I was a girly girl in that time frame. I was into the clothes. I was into buying all the trendy business attire. I had like cute blazers. I had these really pretty dresses that I bought. I was really investing in the wardrobe to fit the vibe of my job. And I also, you know, I was a salesperson, so I had to kind of look the part each and every time I went into work. So while I had business attire from my corporate job, a lot of it did not translate into this job. So I ended up buying a lot of stuff. And then, like I said, my casual wardrobe was very stuck in 2019. I did not have a whole lot going on there, but I didn't need it because I was always kind of working. And then on the weekends, we'd just be kind of at home. I also dyed my hair at this time. I went and dyed it red. I've always wanted to try to have like a strawberry blonde tint to my hair, and I just decided one day I'm gonna dye my hair. And so I really reinvented myself, especially like when I was a bridal stylist. I became a different person completely, and it was fun. It was a good time. Obviously, you guys know now I'm a graphic designer from home, and I'm no longer a bridal stylist, so I've kind of moved into a totally different point in my life. But that point in time was just a blast. I just had the most fun with my coworkers and really just kind of styling myself to fit that job. So this brings us into my stay-at-home mom years slash stay-at-home graphic designer years, which is 2022 to present. So I had my son in 2022, but we're even looking back to like when I was pregnant in early 2022, that whole year. This is when I started to realize that my wardrobe was pretty stagnant. I've still got a bunch of casual clothing from 2019. I'm trying to dress, you know, casually at home while I'm working at home and stuff, and I'm finding that I just have like little crop tops and going out outfits and nothing that really suits just being at home. And so this is where I was kind of like, you know what, I'm going to be a mom soon. I'm going to be raising a child, I'm gonna be keeping a house. I really need to figure out, you know, how to do that in the most comfortable way. I need to get clothes that, you know, make me feel good about myself, but are also practical. And so I came up with 4 kind of criteria for what I wanted that wardrobe to look like in this present moment as, you know, a 31-year-old with a 2-year-old. The first thing that I wanted to focus on was quality. So obviously there's a lot of fast fashion out there, as we know, clothes made of materials that aren't made to last, they're ripping, the construction is poor. I wanted to focus on clothing that I felt was well constructed and that was going to hold up, you know, in my day-to-day. Easy to clean, fabrics that are natural, like cotton and linen and stuff like that. Nothing that was going to be like a one-time wear and throw out type of thing, which back, you know, years ago when I was a young 20-something-year-old girl, I might have said I didn't care as much about that because, you know, I was dressing for the trends. Whereas now it's more about what makes me happy, my personal style. The second thing is longevity. So I wanted clothing that I could wear over multiple seasons, that I could layer with things, and also that weren't gonna fall apart in that kind of aspect of longevity. You want things that are going to last you years, that you're gonna buy and then not have to worry about buying again. The third thing I'm looking for is simplicity. Things that you can pair together. Simple colors, colors that look good on me, colors that I like, not just buying things to buy them because they're in style. I wanted stuff that I could mix and match, and that I wouldn't have to think too hard about in the morning with like putting them on, just throwing something quick on, because usually in the mornings, you know, I'm busy. I don't want to sit here and have to really like think up an outfit. I want everything to be kind of cohesive. And the last thing that I'm looking for is comfort. I'm running around my house all day, I'm doing housework, I'm taking care of Teddy, I'm inside, outside, I'm doing stuff in my garden, we're playing outside. I need stuff that I can be comfortable in and feel confident in at the same time. And then kind of an honorable mention that goes along with the comfort is modesty. And I don't want to say modesty in the way that it's like, oh, I need to be completely covered up. It's not like that for me. That's not something that I'm ultra focused on. It's more about like feeling secure in the clothes. So I want to make sure that, like, you know, if I'm like bending over to pick something up, like my shirt is not like open, or like my pants are not like falling down if I have to crouch, because I'm doing that all day. Like I'm moving around all day. And so what I mean with that is just feeling like my clothing is going to stay put while I'm doing all of those tasks. I don't have to keep like yanking on it and stuff like that. So like, you know, a neckline that's a little bit higher, or a waist on a pant that's sitting a little bit higher. Those are things that make me feel just a little bit more secure while I'm doing my day-to-day. But I don't want you guys to think I'm not, you know, adverse to wearing like a low-cut top or crop tops or anything like that. I will wear stuff like that. It's just not practical for me during my day-to-day with my son, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So the pieces that I focused on, basic t-shirts, so plain cotton t-shirts, scoop necks and v-necks, all short sleeve in different colors. And I've been collecting those for the past 3 years. I don't plan to show them all in this video. I'm going to show you the more recent ones that I picked up, just thrifting, but just plain shirts that you can pair with jeans or shorts, and it's super easy. I also only buy colors now that I enjoy, that I think are gonna look good on me and that I like. So I have a lot of blues, I have like mustard yellow, muted tones. Those are the colors that I really enjoy wearing. I also was focused on high-waisted, loose-fitting jeans, which do happen to be in style right now. The mom jean, like the high-waisted, loose, baggier jean, is very, very trendy. I love this style. I had the same jeans from American Eagle from 2025 until last year. I threw them away. They were almost 10 years old. They were skinny, skinny jeans. They were like a mid-rise. They cut weird across my hips. And I, after having a baby, discovered I was so uncomfortable wearing them. I could not bend in them. They were too tight. I was like busting the seams with how much I was like bending and moving around all day with a baby. And so I was like, I need to get new jeans. and I decided I was gonna try out the trendy jeans that all the kids are wearing, and I discovered I love them. I absolutely hate shopping for pants, but now I've found a style that fits me really well, and so I can wear them like confidently, and I can also shop for them confidently and know that I'm gonna like how they look on me. I have kind of a short torso, and the high waist like really elongates my torso. So I'm gonna try on, I think, 2 pairs in this video to show you guys what I've gotten recently. I wear jeans a lot. I'm a big jeans person. And it goes with the high waist for the shorts and skirts too. I'm really into high-waisted everything, even bathing suits. I just really like how they fit on my torso. They just make me feel more confident. Basic dresses was the next thing that I was looking for. I wanted stuff that I could just throw on easy. I almost said easy breezy. Breezy fabrics that are, you know, lightweight, they move well, they're gonna work in the hot summer, but then they also could translate into fall with like a sweater over them, those type of dresses. I also wanted some layering pieces to throw over some of my clothes, which I already have a couple of corduroy like shackets. And if you don't know what that is, it's a shirt jacket. So they're like big oversized shirts that are a little bit thicker and you can wear them, you know, layered. I have 2 corduroy ones from LL Bean, and I was on the hunt for another one, and I have one I'm going to show in this video. So just like a lot of layering pieces so that all of this basic stuff for summer can also translate for spring and for fall, and maybe even winter. I wear my shackets in the winter too. So that's what we were looking for in regards to this wardrobe. Versatile stuff I'm not gonna have to buy again. Like, the plan was that I was going to purchase all of this, and this is going to be my wardrobe for a very long time. So I think basic for me was just the way to go with my wardrobe. And like, you may be watching this and you may be like, wow, like I would never wear any of that. And that's okay. This is just my personal style, and I've found that I'm really honing in on like my real lifestyle and not worrying about conforming to others as much anymore and my environments as much. I guess you could say I'm conforming to my environment here, but these are pieces that I truly love and I'm excited to wear, and that make me feel really confident and comfortable. Okay, so in this part of the video, I am going to show you guys my haul. A lot of this is thrifted or was purchased for very little money, either online or in store. I've bought only a couple of things like from a direct store, which was Kohl's, I'll just tell you. And so I've got a few items that were clearance, and like that's pretty much all I'll shop now from a store like that is clearance, and then the rest were thrifted. So I am gonna show some of it here, and then some of it I am gonna do a try on, just because I think it would be easier for you guys to see like a full length shot of the clothes. So I'm gonna show you guys the shoes and shirts and stuff that I've gotten first, and then I'll do a try on for everything else. Sound good? Sound good. Okay, so the first things I'm gonna show you guys are some shoes. I already wore these once, so they're not the cleanest, but first thing is this pair of brown boots. These are lovely. I find them to be so comfortable. They're the Eastland brand, which based on like my research, they sell at like DSW and stuff. They're a fairly popular brand. They're on Amazon too. I got these at Goodwill, and they were $10. They're in fabulous shape. I've had the same brown ankle boots since college, and they are missing part of their heel. They are beat, so I needed something new. And these are a little bit of a lower heel, more like a boot. They are like that chestnut brown color. Love. $10. Okay, and then the following weekend I went back and I got some black boots. Here these are. These have a little more of a heel on them. I did not have black ankle boots. I used to have Fry boots that I got actually from Martin's, and they got ruined, and I was very upset about it. So I needed some black ones. These are like a square toe. They're a little bit dressier than the brown, I think. But these are gonna look so good with like a pair of loose baggy jeans like rolled on the bottom maybe. And these were also Goodwill. They were $10. And I can't remember what brand they are. St. John's Bay. So they were $10. They look barely worn. Love that. Okay, up next I got some sandals. These are Amazon Essentials, but I bought them at Goodwill. They were $5. Honestly, I'm not sure how good of a deal that is because I think they would have been close to that price online, but they just happened to be there when I was there, and like thrifting at the end of the day is better for like your eco footprint, so there we go. They're just little basic brown slides. Okay, and then my favorite find for shoes was this pair of Tommy Bahama sneakers. They are, look at the bottoms, pretty much brand new. They're just a white leather and they have like a cinch lace on them. So I had the same pair of little like Ked style shoes from Walmart for many years since college, and it was just time to replace them with something, and these are just super cute. They were $7. I feel like I got such a steal, and they fit me super well. So these are gonna be so cute with just like a simple pair of jeans and a, you know, t-shirt or tank top or whatever in the summer, maybe to wear to go out or something. I love. Okay, up next I got this cute little simple cardigan. This is from Kohl's. This was one that I bought. It was on clearance. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like $10 or something. And I think it's Sonoma. Yes. So it's the Sonoma brand, and it's this pretty olive green color. I actually wore this, I think, in my thrift haul video, and I adore it. For me, this color is like a basic. It's like a neutral in my eyes. I wear a lot of this color, and I like to pair it with all different colors. So it's just, like I said, a simple little cardigan. I have a lot of long ones. This one's on the shorter side. So next I'm going to show you guys some of the shirts I got. So this one is actually, I've shown it already in another video, but this one is from our swap shop at the dump. So it was free, and it is Sonoma as well. And this has like this little red florally print on it. I also found this shirt at Goodwill. It was cream with black, but it wasn't my size. It's so cute. It's just a little cotton shirt, but it's got a little bit of extra frill to the sleeves that it makes it a little bit more on the like dressier side. So like maybe I'd wear this out to lunch or something, you know. It's not just a plain t-shirt, you know. I've been working this year on adding a few more prints to my t-shirt collection, so this was one of them. And then I also just picked up this one. This is a Goodwill find. It was $6, and it is a very pretty powder blue, and it's got this white leaf detail on it. And it's on the boxier side, and it has more of a quarter length sleeve. It's not super short. This is super cute with a high-waisted pair of jeans because it's more of like a cropped style. I'll see if I can see how it's boxy and it's a little more cropped. It looks really good tucked into some high-waisted jeans. So I really like that. Up next, this one's a little more something I would wear when I was like 20, but I still really like it. And it is this seafoam little shirt. It's got kind of a higher scoop neck on it, and then it's got this cute little tie detail in the center. Again, I just think this would be super cute with a pair of jeans. And it's nice and simple, and it's just like a rib knit. It's stretchy, it's gonna be really comfortable to wear, especially in the dead of summer. And then finally, I got this shirt. I can take it, I'll keep it on the hanger actually so you can see. This was also from Kohl's, and it was in clearance as well. This is also Sonoma. Apparently I really like Sonoma because I think the jeans I'm gonna show you are also Sonoma. Maybe. Anyway, I really like Sonoma apparently. They have some comfy stuff. But this is just, it's not jean material, but it looks like a jean shirt. And it's kind of almost giving peasant top in a way, just the way that it is. It's got the elastic cuffs, so the sleeve is a little bit billowy, and then it's got just the button detail going down. This is adorable. I love pairing it with jeans, so it's like a full denim look. So the rest of everything, I think I am going to do a try on for you. Okay, this is so weird. I don't usually do videos like this. When I do show and tells, I'm usually sitting like we were a few minutes ago, but I just threw this little shirt on with these pants. I think this is kind of a cute combo, but anyway, the jeans are what I'm going to show you. So these are little mom jeans. I love these. I wanted a pair of black jeans, and these were sitting out on the end of a rack at Kohl's by themselves, and they were $8.80, and I could not resist. They fit me perfectly. The waist, as you can see, is super high, and they have some rip detail in them, which I'm okay with, as long as they're not like crazy over ripped where they're uncomfortable. So I just really like how they fit. I have not worn these yet. They still have the tags on them. My plan was to wear these like out. I don't know if this would be like an everyday jean for me, just because they're black and they're a little bit harder to match with other things, but I think these with like a simple shirt like this, or even I have some basic tanks that I like to wear out in the summer with maybe like a little shacket or something over it, would just be adorable. But I foresee myself having these for a very long time. They fit me so well, and they just happen to be sitting there. I was not seeking them out, and they are not Sonoma. They are the So brand, S-O, that they sell at Kohl's as well. I'll get closer so you guys can see. This is just the waistline that I really like, and then these are the knees. All right, I love this shirt with these even more. These are my more recent jeans that I just bought. These are from Goodwill, and they are the American Eagle stretch. I can't remember if these are technically mom jeans. I think they're more just a straight jean. I'm trying to get up on my tiptoes so you guys could see the leg on them, but they're not like a baggy jean like the black ones are, which is fine. I still like them. They're not skin tight. I can like really stretch these, which makes them ultra comfortable. And again, they have that high waist that I really like. I love these. These were $10 at Goodwill, and I threw them in my cart so fast when I saw them because I knew that I was going to love them. I did try them on there, and yeah, just fell in love. So these are awesome. I have another pair also from Walmart. They're the Time and True brand, and they're the same wash. They're very similar. They're just ripped, and I wear them constantly, the same exact kind of style of pants. So I have really found my groove when it comes to jeans. I am not a person that liked shopping for jeans before this. I love wearing jeans, but finding ones that fit me correctly, that I like, was really hard. So I have found my style, and it makes me happy. Okay, so this might be one of my favorite thrift finds yet, as far as when you go in looking for something specific and you find almost identical to what you're looking for. So I've been wanting a denim shirt from LL Bean for a while. They go for almost $100. So I was hoping to thrift one, and I ended up finding this little number at Goodwill on the same day that I found these jeans. It is one of their cotton shirts. I'm gonna put the word on the screen because I don't know how to say it, which is kind of embarrassing, but I don't know how to say it. But if you're going to look it up on their website, like, that's what it's called. These retail for quite a bit of money. They are quite expensive, and I would never just go buy one at the store. However, they had this one at Goodwill, and it was $10, and $10. And what I love about it is that the inside has this blue. So it kind of reminds me from afar of like a very light wash denim, even though it's cotton. And it's technically like a light gray, but with the blue liner, it's giving me like vibes of a jean shirt. It is a large. I bought it on purpose knowing I would wear it oversized as a shacket over stuff. And it is like a thicker material. I'm very obsessed with this, and it will go alongside my corduroy shackets from there as well, which I received as gifts. So I have not shopped in the LL Bean store like retail in such a long time. I've been finding amazing deals on their clothing at my local Goodwill. So that's what we've been doing. I had not washed it yet because I wanted to make this video, but the second I do, I'm going to be throwing it on over everything all spring. It's just literal perfection to me. So that's that. This one needs to be ironed, as do the next two, but this is what I was referring to when I said I wanted some simple cotton dresses. So I actually ended up buying these on Amazon, and I did not want to. I wanted to thrift dresses like this, and I have been looking for literally 3 years at my Goodwill for dresses like this, and I cannot find them. All I'm finding is like fancier dresses or like really trendy stuff. Nothing this plain, nothing this simple. So I ended up going on Amazon and I found this, and it is cotton and linen blended. It is incredibly lightweight, and this is what I was looking for when it came to wanting just like a house dress. Dresses that I can throw on in the middle of summer and just go about my day, do my housework, take care of Teddy, and feel pretty and also covered and not have to worry. It's not super flowy, it's on the stiffer side, but we've got 2 pockets here, which I really like if I'm cooking or something, or even out like getting eggs. I can throw some eggs in these pockets, they're huge. Or out in the garden if we've got stuff, you know, it's nice to have pockets. And I got it in this powder blue color, and then I also have another color I'm going to show you in just a second. This came in like a million colors, and they were very affordable. I used my birthday money for these, so they didn't really cost me anything, and it ended up working out because I foresee myself wearing this type of dress all summer, well into the fall. I can throw a little crop sweater over it and just have it look like a, you know, sweater skirt combo. This is definitely on the more conservative side based on other things that I've shown you in this video, so it's just interesting to me. I definitely have like that trendy younger dressing side that I like, but then when I'm home and I'm just like doing my thing at home, I like to dress like this. I like to dress comfortable and practical for the stage of life that I'm in. I am going to link these dresses down below too if you're interested in this type of clothing, especially for the summer, where this kind of material, the cotton linen, is going to be super light and airy and easy to wear in the heat. I plan to have these dresses for a long time, so I'm glad that they're not overly expensive. And it also came in, I don't know, probably 20 different colors. So after wearing these for a few months, if I find that I'm absolutely loving them, I may order another 1 or 2 in maybe some like fall colors. I have one more of this dress to show you in a different color, and then I have one other linen dress that I bought, and then that will complete the haul. So let me show you the other color. Okay, so this is the green one, and honestly, when I pulled this out of the package, I was instantly obsessed with it. I love, 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 love an emerald green, and yeah, I just love this. I like the blue too, don't get me wrong, but there's something about this green dress that just, I love it. You could throw a sweater over this, wear it for like the holidays even with the green that it is. And these are pull-on. I didn't mention that. There's no zippers, there's no little button, no like eye hook button or anything at the top. They are just pull over the head dresses, and they have a very slight elastic waist, but they're not tight on the waist. So I like that. It's definitely like my waist is floating here. So it's got a little bit of definition, but it's not like tight where it's uncomfortable. So that is the green one. And then I have one more to show you. Okay, so this one also came in a bunch of colors. It took a minute to ship, which is why I've taken so long to make this video. I've had everything else forever. Been waiting for this one to come in. This dress in particular, I believe was like $11. It was very cheap. Again, it's made of linen. I intend to keep it for a long time, which is why I was okay with buying it on Amazon. I was really trying to avoid that, but where it's exactly the material that I'm looking for, I'm okay with it. It is green. It is like a deep, deep olive. Let me get closer. It's giving almost brown on camera, but it is a green. And it's got this very interesting kind of little gathering at the top there. And this is definitely a sheath, like boxy style dress. I do like the length of it. It just hits right below my knee. Just an easy throw on type of dress. Can run around the house, do stuff wearing this. All of these cotton dresses I'm planning on not putting in my dryer because I don't want them to shrink or anything. I'm planning to be very careful about washing things so that we can get the most longevity out of them. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This one was so different from what I usually film, but I think it's just been super interesting at 31 figuring out what my style actually is, what my personal style is, and what makes me the happiest, and learning how to dress for myself and in the things that make me feel the most confident, the colors, the styles that make me feel the most confident, even if they might not be the trendiest of clothing. It's been really fun to rebuild my wardrobe and really get it to a point where I don't feel like I have to constantly be buying new things and replenishing my wardrobe. Of course, I have pieces from past seasons still. I did not get rid of my whole closet. I just really needed to get my basic wardrobe up to date, in a place that I felt good about it, and kind of get me out of that 2019 college year spot where I was stuck for so long. I feel like my casual wardrobe has come such a long way since that point and is really a true reflection of me and my life now. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more homemaking and day-to-day life here in Maine. I'm trying to think of when this video is going to come out because I have 2 that I'm currently editing, and then I have like 2 others planned. So there's going to be a lot of content coming out very shortly. We've got my spring things video, which is a yearly video where I show all kinds of stuff we're doing in like April and May. We are most likely going to have a spring clean video. That might already be up on the channel. I don't know when this is coming out. I think this is before the spring clean. So that will be coming. And I'm currently in the process of editing 2 others. So there's a ton of things happening at the moment, and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and definitely subscribe for more chaos. Thank you all again so much for being here, and I'll see you all in my next video.